Enjoyed it.
Very nice. Yeah.
It was very exciting and fun for us to. One of the things that I realized after sitting at Kennedy Space Center for 3 to 4 days is that there are hundreds of people that have been working on this for a long, long time, and it seems to me like it's just a very complex thing to put together, and many people have worked on this, and it was really enjoyable to see it all come together and work just exactly as planned. We like doing complex things, and when they work, it even feels better. And like the Mars Science Laboratory, I was really pleased that that worked. And, yes, so there's been a lot of people working on this, and I've met many of them, and I really have had the pleasure of working with some really excellent folks to get this shuttle here to Dryden in California, and now onto the California Science Center. And in a few months, it's going to be put on display, and then shortly, maybe a year or so, I don't remember the exact times, but they'll have it in a permanent display where everybody can see it from this coast. So, what brings you all here?
So in the area.
Yeah, so flying over at such a low altitude, did you see the crowds?
Oh yes, I sure did. I think I even got a picture of them too.
What is the altitude that you were flying at?
Most of the times we flew at about 16,000 feet, about halfway up where the airliners fly. And then when we flew by here, we flew at about 1,000 feet.
Wow.
And most of the flyovers at 1,500 feet AGL, or above ground level. And so the plane was lightweight, it was very responsive, and it worked out really well. And we had planned our arrival to come down the side so everybody could see the side view of it rather than come straight at you, where you wouldn't be able to see the shuttle as good. But hopefully you all enjoyed that, and it was certainly our pleasure to bring it out here and now on to Los Angeles. And we've been in meetings all afternoon, and with the FAA and with all the organizations up north and in Los Angeles to work on this, and so that's why I'm sorry that we haven't been able to participate a lot in these events and things like that. But I guess when I started out, I didn't think there was going to be this many meetings and this many details that have to be planned for every flight, so we were able to take care of that this afternoon, and now it's on to crew rest and then get ready to come in early again tomorrow morning.
So do you tweet?
No, I do not. Unfortunately, I don't have a teenager at home to help me understand all these computer things. So, yes.
Now you have flown other SCA missions, right?
I have flown this aircraft without the shuttle on board, but yes, this is my first and last SCA mission with the shuttle on board.
Okay. Now, what is it like for you doing this particular kind of mission, which it seems to be a lot more, I guess, less stringent, maybe, where you're getting around and going to different parts of California, and you're going to be, or it's not point A to point B, landing, and that's it.
Well, we do that routinely on a lot of our science missions with our airborne science platforms. We're constantly asking for things that are different from flying airliners. We're climbing and descending with our DC-8 for atmospheric chemistry, and we're constantly making changes because the scientists in the back want to go to a different place, or they see a particular atmosphere that they want to go through and stay there instead of climbing or descending. And so we are constantly working details like that. And all these missions are different, and it's very challenging, and that's what we like about our job, to do challenging things and complete them successfully.
Since we're going to tweet this, can you give us one sentence? A soundbite?
Well, just like I said, the one thing is I really appreciate and thank all the people that have made this possible. It was very enjoyable to work with everyone, and it's a very good tribute to everybody that has a detail to work out, and we do it successfully.
Thank you.
All right, maybe one or two more questions.
What is I have two questions, two-part question. First one is, what are the biggest challenges? It seems like really difficult to drag and everything, have this gigantic bird on top of the accelerator setting. And the second question is, if you were in San Francisco tomorrow, where would you recommend would be a best view to see?
Just saying.
Well, let me ask you a question about that second question first. If you were in San Francisco, will the clouds be cleared off, or will it be clear?
Only God knows that is, right?
Well, no, actually, there's a Twitter account for at Carl the Fog. The Fog tweets.
Okay.
So, Carl with a K. Carl the Fog.
I'm not really sure. I would say near the Golden Gate Bridge area, somewhere in there. I'm not as familiar with that area. And your first question again was with the drag. And this airplane has been flying with a shuttle on it for close to 30 years now. And, a lot of the details and the planning and the challenges have been worked out as far as the drag of the airplane, the flying qualities, how much fuel to put on the airplane, things like that. So it's a challenge only in that we have to avoid weather everywhere we go. And that's probably the biggest challenge is the weather, because if we go somewhere that's too hot, then we can't put as much fuel on it to do the mission we're going, so we have to pick a different location. But that location may have considerations for the runway, how long it is, what the field elevation is, and then what the temperature is. And then will it be clear when we take off and things like that. So the details on the aircraft have been pretty much worked out. It's just the details of the planning of each leg of where you're going and what will happen when you get there.
Have you always been a NASA pilot?
No, I started off in the Air Force and finished up in the Air Force for 20 years, and then I went to work for NASA. I did a lot of the original testing on the C-17 right here down the street at Edwards, and basically I've been here in California for 24 years, so I don't know what I want to do when I grow up.
Can I ask a similar question about people in LA? San Gabriel Valley, the eastern side of LA, where's the best place to be?
Well, for me, I think the best place is near the Los Angeles airport. Well, if it's clear out, you should be able to see it from just about anywhere that in Los Angeles. Either the downtown area maybe is a little difficult because of the buildings and things like that, but just somewhere where you have an open space where you can look at. And of course, not towards the mountains of JPL, but maybe towards the south of JPL. But, and Los Angeles Airport, In-N-Out Burger right there. Yes?
What's going to happen to the two aircraft now that there's no shuttle to
Well, one aircraft is down at Palmdale, the other one will be up here at Edwards. And right now I don't know if we're going to fly any of them ever again, but we'll have to wait and see. And now I have to go into crew rest for tomorrow, so I really appreciate you guys coming out here. Are you from California here?
Lancaster.
All right, Lancaster.
Las Vegas.
All right.
New York City.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out, and look forward to reading some of your stuff here if I can talk to somebody to show it to me. So thank you much.
Thank you.
Okay, because the pilots can come in and sign for you guys, this is your picture. Cool. If you can put your name on the back corner of it, then we're going to have them autograph